Hello and welcome back to FM Wonderkids, hopefully helping you get the best out of Football Manager. Today we have a list of the best right backs in Football Manager 2022. So do hit like on the video if you enjoy it, hit subscribe if you are new, and let me start off with player number 1. Marlo Gusto will cost you between 325,000 and 5 million at the start of the game, so quite cheap. And in 10 years time he's actually very good. Here at the start of the game he's only 18 years old. Towards the end of the video we will show you what these players look like in 10 years time in this kind of random save, just so you get an idea. Listen, he's French, he's 18, why not give him a go? Less than 5 million, I'd buy him. Vanderson comes in next, a right back, Brazilian, 20 years old. You can pick him up for between 4.7 and 7 million pound according to my scout here in this save. Look at those attributes though, crossing and dribbling. He's going to be very good in 10 years time and I can't wait to see what he looks like. Stick around to the end of the video. Alejandro Francis next, a centre back here according to the media description, but the way I've kind of categorized all these players is I've asked my scout what he thinks their best position is in 10 years time in the future. That way I don't have too much overlap between videos, because obviously we've done left backs, centre backs, right backs, etc. You can see here though he is quite solid in terms of defensiveness, yeah, so you can see why he's kind of seen as a bit of a centre back really. But pick him up for less than 7 million quid. Stick around till the end of the video to see what he looks like in 10 years time. Wisdom Amy next, and you can actually approach to sign this guy, so you won't have to spend a transfer fee on him at all. Doesn't look too great here, but look, he's 15 years old. He's going to be really good. Trust me, whatever save you're playing, Wisdom Amy is one to take a look at. Right back, but no nonsense fullback, that's what he's described as. Promising centre back though is his media description, so he could fulfill both roles. I think he's 6'2" here already. He's only 15. What's all that about? He gets really good in 10 years time in this save, so stick around to see what that's like. Calegri then, again, really exciting in terms of dribbling and crossing. 19-year-old Brazilian, acceleration. You can pick him up for less than 13 million quid at the start of the game. Stick around to see what he looks like in 10 years time. Pierre Kalulunax, one of my favourite names on the list today. Acceleration, pace, he's got it where it counts, right? Off the ball as well, he's a little bit attacking. He's got crossing and dribbling of 12 here. 21 years old, so just a little bit older than the kind of wonder kid category. But check out what he looks like in 10 years time towards the end of the video. Chris Richards, an American right back / centre back here. Pace, that's what he's got. Teamwork, that's what he's got, and bravery as well. Either footed, which is interesting. Towards the end of the video, I keep saying this, but we will look at a player's scout reports, history in terms of performances and other details as well, so make sure you stick around for that. Mohamed Simakan next, again described as a centre back, but as explained, my scout in 10 years time thinks his best position is right back. You can see he's got 11 crossing and 11 dribbling as well there, okay, so you can see kind of what that's all about. He's brave, he's determined, he's very good in 10 years time, so make sure you stick around to see what he looks like. Sergio Dasta, under 30 million quid, so quite expensive. Another American right back. What's with all these Americans and their right backs? They're worse than England, right? Getting all these good right backs. Tackling, teamwork, positioning, off the ball though, and determination really good, as well as acceleration and pace. He's actually described as a wonder kid here in this save, probably the same in yours. Check him out in 10 years time towards the end of the video. Tino Liveramento, a hero of the Fantasy Premier League community at the moment. If you want to check out my Fantasy Premier League channel, the link for that is in the video description. We're doing really well. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers actually, so not only do you need to subscribe here, you need to go over there and subscribe there. Link in the video description. Crossing and dribbling both 14, and he's fast as well. He's a very good player in real life. Check out what he looks like in 10 years time though in this save. Really good. Max Aaron's last on the list was a wonder kid in last year's video. 21 years old now, so not quite still able to have that label. Composure, determination, pace, acceleration though. He's a very good player, right? Okay, so let's have a little fast forward into 10 years time in the future to see what these players look like, what their scout reports are, how they've performed in the intervening 10 years. And yeah, let's go. Okay, so here we are in 2031, 10 years into the future. Let's just load up our shortlist. Oh, there it is. I'll just show you how easy it is anyway, because if you want to support us on Patreon, you do get hold of all of these shortlists. It's as easy as clicking on your shortlist and then clicking load. A couple of regens have sneaked their way into this one. I'm going to have to weed them out by going up to about 25 here on the old age filter. Okay, Richie Darlington sneaks in there as a regen. Get rid of him. Sergio Dasta we'll talk about first. Crossing 15, very, very good, right? You can play on right back and left back, which is insane. Off the ball and determination as well as agility are his standout attributes here in this save. History-wise, you can see that he's been developed very, very nicely. Played a lot of games. An average rating of 6.89 over the years is very, very good. And my scout tells me that he's a fairly consistent performer and a spirited individual. Marlo Gusto then, his physicals are so good, right? Mentals are decent as well, but technically not the best, right? And that's the problem with doing these fullback videos. Sometimes they're not the like sexiest of attributes to show off. But nevertheless, you guys want to see every single position, I know you do. 6.99 is his average rating over the years, and that is very, very good, very close to a 7, obviously, believe it or not. Relishes big matches and is a consistent performer. Chris Richards, the first American on our list today, either footed, very, very good. Very, very comfortable anywhere in defense, really. Again, not the most sexy of attributes, natural fitness and anticipation, the two greens. History-wise, decent development. I mean, a couple of years towards the start of his career where he could have played more games potentially, but in terms of scout reports, listen, he enjoys big matches and is a consistent performer. Vanderson next, one of my favorite names. I say that all the time, but Vanderson, you gotta love that. Acceleration, agility, balance, natural fitness, pace and stamina, all 15 or above here in this save. Look at that though, crossing and dribbling 14. You got to fancy a bit of that. History-wise, you can see he has been developed very, very well, in my opinion, in terms of game time. An average rating of 7.3 over the years, which is one of the highest on the list today. In terms of scout reports, my scout tells me that he is a consistent performer and he does enjoy big matches, as well as a lot of other greens. Look, Tino Liveramento, an absolute hero in FPL. I think I mentioned this, right? Check out my FPL channel, link in the description. Natural fitness, acceleration, dribbling, crossing. Very, very good player indeed. English, 28 years old, playing for Manchester City here. Has developed quite nicely, actually almost perfect in terms of game time. If you look at our scout reports, he's going to tell me, yeah, exactly, enjoys big matches and is a fairly consistent performer as well. Max Aaron's one of my favourites on the list today. I think he's world class. Acceleration, agility, balance, natural fitness, pace, stamina, anticipation, concentration, decisions, determination, technique, tackling, first touch, all 15 or above here in this save. Playing for Newcastle has been developed very, very well. Actually just perfect, to be honest with you, in terms of game time. Obviously playing for Norwich at the start. Consistent performer and enjoys the old big matches. Callegri next. Dribbling 14, crossing 13. Those are the two standouts for me. He's got good anticipation and good agility, as well as just physicals in general, to be honest with you. Has been developed well, probably 1 year where he probably hasn't quite had enough football. 6.94 though for his average rating is very good. My scout tells me he's a consistent performer. Alejandro Francis then, a less technical player, can play centre-back as well though. Not the most sexy of attributes. I mean, he's got concentration of 16, which is obviously good as a defender, right? 7.5 though is his average rating over the years, where he has been criminally underdeveloped for more than 3 seasons. Reports tell me that he is a fairly consistent performer and is fluent in the language. I mean, that is interesting. If you're going to play in England, it definitely helps. Wisdom Amy, pick him up for peanuts at the start of the game and look at his physicals here. 15, 17, 17, 16, 16, 15, 16, 17. Absolutely sick. Very, very good mentals as well. Anticipation and bravery, as well as concentration, all in the green. Technically not the best, right? But he's a defender. He's just an old school defender. History-wise, we can see that he has played quite a decent amount of games since 2023, but probably could have played a couple more in the first few seasons of his career. My scout tells me, guess what? Enjoys big matches. Pierre Kalulunax then, again, technically not the best. Very, very versatile in terms of positions. Determination, anticipation, agility, and fitness is standout attributes. In terms of history, 6.94 is his average rating over the years. Just a couple of seasons where he hasn't really played enough games, so very, very close indeed in terms of optimal development for this guy. Fairly consistent performer and enjoys big matches, according to my scouts. Mohamed Simakan comes on top today then, according to my scouts, and I don't know, I could argue, I think I prefer Max Aaron's, but listen to all these 15s or above. Acceleration, balance, jump and reach, pace, anticipation, bravery, concentration, positioning, tackling, I mean, he's got it where it counts, right, to be a world-class right-back. He's playing for Manchester United here. He's had two seasons where he hasn't had enough football. 6.93 is his average rating over the years. My scout tells me he's a fairly consistent performer and enjoys big matches. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoy it. Hit subscribe if you are new. If you want to get your hand on this and all the shortlists that we use for these videos, consider supporting us on Patreon. Thanks for watching. See you again. Bye.